What's up, family? Man, I can't make this stuff up. I can't make this stuff up. Hey, just blown away. I'm just blown away. Um, Want to have a real heart-to-heart conversation with you guys today, but it's man, it's nice. I talk a lot about growth and development. Growth and development. It's like that's all I talk about for the most part. It's growth and development. And I talk a lot about us having to go through our desert. We all have to go through a desert. If you're into growth and development, you have to go through a desert period. You have to go through a period of being out in the desert, and that's going to be trying. It's going to be revealing to you who you really are. It's going to be the most difficult thing that you've gone through, that you've experienced. Whatever the case may be, it's going to try you, it's going to test you, it's going to challenge you. Jesus went through the desert, went out to the desert and fasted and prayed for 40 days. We all have to go through that. We all have to go through that. And so, um, if you know me, you know I love the book, The Alchemist. I talk about The Alchemist a lot. I talk about alchemy a lot. And for years, I've had different people that I've been working with, kids, young adults, reading The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. And my bad. This is the book, Paulo Coelho, The Alchemist. So when I have the adults read, this is the version that it's the same book. It's just in comic format, so that the kids can read it. It has like little pictures and stuff inside. Makes it easier for kids to read, but it's the exact same story. But it's awesome because it has pictures and stuff in it. So when I have the kids read it, obviously they got to write a report on it. And I can't tell you how many times I've read this book. I've read this book a lot. And so, like the last few weeks, last 2 3 weeks, I've been going through a desert period in my life, and a very challenging period in my life. And it's been rough. It's been rough. And I try not to talk a lot about what I'm going through because in my mind, I got to do what I got to do. It is what it is. And so, when I read the book, The Alchemist, I immediately related to the young boy, you know, on this journey. I completely related to him. And it's like, man, that's so me. That's so me. So last night, it's like, you know what? I was talking to a friend of mine. And I just came back in from making a video. And yesterday afternoon, excuse me. And I just came back in from making a video. And a dear friend of mine, Marie, called me. And she's like, what's going on with you? She's like, you're always there for me and you're always giving me great advice and we'll do talk. What's going on? She's like, I could see it. I didn't even watch the whole video, but I feel it. I sense it. And so, I don't really talk a whole lot about, what it is with me, what I'm dealing with, what I'm facing. Because I've always had to be the strong one. I've always had to be the one that everybody came to. And I never felt like I could go to anyone and just really just pour out my heart and my soul. Because everybody's going through challenges. Everybody's going through stuff. And so I never wanted to be a burden to anyone. So I wouldn't talk about me. I'll figure it out. And so she was like, nope, you're not going to talk about me. You're not going to help me today. What's going on with you? And so we just started laughing and talking. And I was telling her how that I was going through this desert period. And I was like, it's good. I'm good though, but I'm just trying to understand the lesson, the purpose for this desert period. And she started laughing. She's like, that's so awesome. You're going through a desert. She's like, I'm literally driving through a desert and you're going through a desert. We have a great connection, Maria and I. But the book, The Alchemist, I meditated after I got off the phone with Marie yesterday. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get on audio and I'm gonna listen to the book. I've never listened to the book before. Which I take that back. I have. I do have it on the thumb drive. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna listen to this. I haven't listened to this. I haven't read the book in probably 6, 7 months. I'm gonna listen to it. So I'm listening to it last night, laying in bed. And so I go to sleep. And I wake up this morning. Well, back up. I had a dream that I saw my queen. And so relationships are hard, you know. Relationships in of themselves are challenging. But long distance relationships are even more challenging, even more difficult, you know. And so I'm talking to I have this dream, and I'm talking to my queen, and her name is Fatima, and it's crazy because the first time we start talking August 23rd, which is like an important date to me because it's the day Kobe Bryant's birthday. It's also the day that I launched my YouTube channel as far as started uploading videos to it. Same day. And so I'm listening to a book. I go to sleep. And then I have a dream. I'm talking to my queen. Her name is Fatima. And she just walks up to me and she just gives me this big bear hug. And she just gives me this nicest kiss, right? And it's just one of those kisses that just melts you. You know what I mean? You just like, you know, it's all good. You know what I mean? You don't have to say anything. Nothing ever has to be said. It's just that connection. The hug and the kiss says it all, right? And so I wake up. It's like, man, let me finish listening to the book. So I wake up about 2 o'clock this morning, turn the book on. And it I never resonated with that part of the book. That part never it made sense, but it never meant anything to me. I'm gonna talk about that in a second. The young boy is out in pursuit of his journey. He's in pursuit of his treasure. Okay? And he meets this young lady in the desert and falls madly in love with her. And her name is Fatima. I can't make this stuff up. I can't tell you how many times I've read this book, how many times I've listened to this book. Never mattered. I never cared about that. That never meant anything to me. It never meant anything to me. Just the boy's journey. Okay, yeah, girl, Fatima, whatever, big deal, right? But for some reason, this morning, when I'm listening to it, all I could do is start busting up laughing. Busting up laughing because I'm in this desert. I'm living the life of what this boy's going through. I'm living it. And he has this love of his life. And he realizes that the most important treasure to him is Fatima. The book ends with him still going and him finding his treasure. And a breeze comes through. And he smells the perfume. And he smells the aroma of Fatima. And she plants a kiss on him. I can't make this stuff up. That's how the book ends. Last night I dreamed. She came to me, gave me the biggest bear hug, and gave me a kiss. Why am I sharing this big deal, right? What has this got to do with everybody? I don't care how much you study. Wisdom is not found in the books. Wisdom is not found in what you study. It's lived. It has to be experienced. I'm say again, wisdom has to be experienced. I don't care how much you study, and I don't care how much, oh, that's so nice and that's so deep and whoop whoop whoop. It's nice, it's deep, but there's no power to it. It's not, it doesn't even become profound to you until those words become alive to you. And they can only become alive to you when you live it, when you experience it. It is in experiencing life that you experience the wisdom. It is in experiencing life and living life that the deep things become alive to you. You could quote all the deep teachers all you want to. You could pick up all the books, Eckhart Tolle and Wayne Dyer and all these great minds, and you could quote them from the beginning to the end, and they have no power. They sound good, but there's nothing there to them. It is only once you start living and you experience those words that those words come alive. And you're able to see, you're able to understand the power behind those words. My hope and prayer is that each and every one of you understand that the desert place isn't meant to destroy you. The desert place isn't meant to kill you. It isn't meant to hurt you. It's meant to teach you. That's our school. It's also our playground. May all that you study, may all the deep, profound things that you study, may those words become alive to you. Not that they just resonate with you. May they become alive to you. And when they become alive to you, they become part of your DNA. They become part of who you are. You're not just speaking them. You're living them. You're not just living them. You are them. I love you.